Hey guys, how's it going? Okay, let's get straight into lesson one for this Rut Buster training. So it's, like I said, the power of this program is in its simplicity. We really want to take off the pressure of chasing that perfection and really work on progress as opposed to thinking we can knock it out of the park every day. Okay, so the first step in our foundation phase is what we call the course correction. Okay, so in this course correction, we're going to introduce a couple of things that are going to help you get started. What's on the screen now is the 14-day Rut Buster worksheet, number one. And the idea is that we've got our 14 days and we're going to set ourselves a little target that each day we're going to introduce something new or take something out that ultimately by the end of the 14 days we're just going to be in a much better state. So the idea behind that is that, you know, instead of thinking, right, tomorrow everything's going to be different, which is obviously, which is often too big a bite to chew, we're going to strip it right back down, okay? And also, what we're going to aim for, as you can see in the worksheet, is just it's like just a 1% change. And so, what I'm going to get you to do is you can either plan this out in a oneer, or you can do it day by day. And I think the power often comes from doing it day by day. I want you to think about, you know, what can you do just to be 1% better on that day, okay? Or what can you take out so that you're 1% closer to your goal? And don't think, oh, at the end of it, you know, I'm only 14% better off. It's not about that, because what we'll get is we'll have a compounding effect from all those 1%, and you'll have a compounding effect from the fact that you've done stuff consistently for 14 days, and actually by the time you get to day 14, you've made 14 changes to what you're doing, so you're immediately 14 times better. Plus, then, because the very first thing you've done, you've had 14 days of it, you can see the compounding effect of what you're doing. So on day one, so on all of the odd days, we're looking to do something like 1% new. Okay, so right now you might not be doing any fitness, you might not be doing anything. So your 1% in on day one could be, well, do you know what? I'm just going to make a pledge to put my gym kit on every day. Okay, and that's all I want you to think about. We have a 1% rule, or a 2-minute rule, where your initial goals, you should be able to crack it in 2 minutes or less. Okay, if it's longer than that, the goals are too big. Okay, so you might be thinking, right, well, I'm going to go out for a 5k run. Now, a 5k run can be too much unless you're running regularly and you're kind of used to it. When you're first getting started, it can just be too much of a big goal. You know, to go out for a 5k run, you need to be getting your kit on. You need to put 20-30 minutes aside. You need to choose a route. Depends on the weather. Are you hungry? Have you got to sort the kids out? And there's just too much getting in your way. But if you said, right, you know what, I'm gonna do one lap of the block. Now, you could do one lap of the block in your jeans and t-shirt. You know, you could do one lap in the block in your sodding stilettos if you needed to. Okay, but it's so easy that very little is going to get in your way. All right. Now, chances are, when you do that every day, at some point you go, well, you know what, if I'm running around the block, I might as well go a little bit further and do 2 blocks, or I might as well get my gym kit on, you know, and go 3 blocks. And the idea is that we've released that pressure, and we're going to allow you then to move on and change course. All right, and that's the idea. On all the even days, then, we're looking at taking something out, just 1% out. So it might be, okay, so every day I've got into this habit of stopping at the shop and buying a chocolate bar. Okay, so today what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ditch half the chocolate bar. Or today I'm going to drive a different route. Or today I'm going to, you know, grab an apple instead of a chocolate bar, or whatever. But it's something that you remove from your poor habits at the minute, okay? And just alternate through. And what we're doing then is we're widening the gap between the positive stuff we're doing and the negative stuff we're doing, okay? And forcing all those, you know, we're forcing space between the two, and that's where our progress is going to be. Okay, so hopefully you'll kind of understand that. On the worksheet, I've got a little bit down the bottom with some notes. All right, so that's kind of, you know, what we're going to focus on. The other thing that I want you to think about is, I really want you to think about what your keystone habits are, and and I want you to kind of focus on them. So for example, a keystone habit is one of those things where if you get that right, it's the first domino in a long line of events that just naturally happen. Okay, and one of the keystone habits for me is sleep. If I can sort my sleep out and naturally feel better the next day, and naturally got less sugar cravings, I want to eat better, and because I'm eating better, I then want to train better, and then when I'm training better, I sleep better, and it all starts with that sleep. So if I can focus on cleaning out my sleep, then everything else can kind of fall into place much easier. Okay, so have a little think about that as well. Okay. Sorry. Oh, hang on a minute. I don't know what's happened here. So that's that. So this little worksheet, you will find it underneath this video. You can download it, you can fill it out. If you really want, if you haven't got a printer or whatever, then you can just fill it out in your diary. But remember, day 1 we're looking to put something in, day 2 looking to take something out, and we're clearing out our lifestyle over the next 14 days by alternating between ins and outs. Okay, so hopefully you get that and understand it. If you've got any questions, then make sure you jump into the Facebook group and ask away, and look out for the daily motivations. You can always reply to those if you've got problems or bits of friction, you don't know what to do next, etc. All right, so brilliant. That's first day, easy. Let's get on with it.